Today, the Premier League is competing to find out which team is the best, except the year is in 2024. I've travelled 20 years into the past to change history.
If you're new to football imperialism, the rules are simple. This wheel decides which team's going to play, and this arrow decides which direction they're going to attack.
Our first game is going to be Chelsea up against Crystal Palace. Now, this is a Chelsea team that would actually go on to win the league this year. They've got boys like Terry, Makelele, Lampard, Drogba, Robben. Not quite the Chelsea team we've got now. Starting off the action, we've got Parker on the ball. Passes it over to Lampard. It's a little 1-2 to Drogba to Robben. Can he score? He can't, but Parker can put in the rebound. In a team full of ballers, we've got Scotty Parker doing the business. Moving on, and a few minutes later, we've got Drogba over to Cole, to Lampard. Parker lines up the shot and he absolutely rifles it home. It's too easy for Chelsea as they're on the attack again into the second half. Drogba with an opportunity to pass it across. Scott Parker completes his hat-trick. And Chelsea are the first victors in football imperialism. Will they go on to be the champions, just like in real life? As Crystal Palace get knocked off the map, now is probably a good time to lay down the stakes.
Did we mention that the team that wins the game are going to be able to spin this wheel and pick up one of the best players in the world from 2004?
And Chelsea are going to be the first to spin the wheel. And it's going to land on Zidane. He's going to be lining up in that Chelsea midfield, and they look like a really strong team already. Next up, we've got Man United, and they're going to be heading west to take on Everton. While Everton might not be the strongest team in the world, Man United have definitely got one of the best teams in the competition. Their attack is unreal. We've got Ronaldo, Giggs, Rooney, Van Nistelrooy. In the midfield, there's Keane and Scholes. They're going to be a tough team to beat. As we go into the action, we've got Van Nistelrooy on the ball. Rooney is on the ball now. He's going to pick out anyone? No, he finds out Van Nistelrooy. It's back to him. Almost. As Sir Alex Ferguson tells him what to do. We've got Van Nistelrooy on the ball in the 10th minute, over to Giggs. Giggs, can he find anyone? He finds Rooney. Rooney with a chance, but put over to Giggs and he scores. It's a somewhat questionable celebration from Ryan Giggs. We're back into the game only 10 minutes later. Keane on the ball to Van Nistelrooy, out to Scholes, to Keane. He's got the chance to hit it, and he just hits the bar. Keane with an inch perfect pass over to Solskjaer. He's got the chance to score. He passes it over to Van Nistelrooy. It's 2-0 to United. I can't see a comeback for Everton here.
Ferguson shakes the hand of his future successor as United take their territory and get to spin the wheel, picking up Adriano.
Perhaps one of the most iconic strikers from this era of football. Next up, we've got Norwich, and they're going to be heading north to face Man City.
Now you've got to remember, this Man City team is not the same as the Man City team we know today. Before Kevin De Bruyne, Haaland and Ruben Diaz, there was Richard Dunn, Joey Barton and Sean Wright-Phillips.
Starting off the game, we have got Nicholas Anelka, and he swings out a ball over to Wright-Phillips. He's got the opportunity to come inside a little bit to Barton. It's a good save by Rob Green. As Fowler's on the ball now for Man City. Once again, they are attacking. They are definitely a better team than Norwich. We've got McManaman with another chance. Rob Green is doing his absolute best work here. Not like in an England shirt, if you know, you know. We've got Szymanski over to Anelka. And finally, Rob Green is undone and Anelka scores. And he shows them something that I can't even believe. It's an Etihad that's full. But Norwich, they're not going to go down without a fight. We've got the ball over to Safri. He finds McKenzie in the middle. He's waiting to see if Francis can make the run. He shoots and he scores. Boys and girls, it is 1-1. It's down to the 82nd minute now, and Man City are still piling on all the pressure, trying to find a way past Rob Green, but they just can't. He's in inspired form. After those heroics, it's down to penalties, and Wright-Phillips steps up, and he saved Rob Green. He's given Norwich the chance to win the game. If Doherty can score this, they win. And he does it, he chokes it. Instead, it's Sinclair. He scores. Can Norwich stay in the game? They saved. They can't. It's heroics by the other keeper this time. For all Rob Green's efforts, Norwich are out, and City are getting a spin on the wheel, and they're picking up Deco for the midfield.
Charlton are the next team up on the wheel, and they're heading north-east to take on Arsenal. Will the team that went invincible the season before this be able to do the business again?
It's Charlton that are going to be starting off for us. We've got Ewell over to Murphy, and surprisingly, the reigning champions are 1-0 down, but Freddie Ljungberg, he's not going to let that stand. Over to Henry. Back to Fabregas. Well, Ljungberg over to Henry. He's sort of twinkling past him. He's got a chance to pass across. It does. And of all players, it's Flamini that scores and makes it 1-1 for Arsenal. We've got Charlton on the attack again. Ewell with a chance to shoot. He shoots and forces a great save from Jens Lehmann. And the resulting corner. And what even just happened there? I think we're going to need a replay on that.
I believe I can fly.
However, there's been no action until now. It's the 80th minute. Charlton get dispossessed with a somewhat what I think was a foul, to be honest with you. Comes to Henry and he scores. It's 2-1. I think if VAR was a thing back in 2004, that goal would have been ruled out. However, it's the 90th minute. Bergkamp seals the win for Arsenal, and it feels somehow unfair that Charlton have been knocked out.
As Bergkamp wheels away in celebration, Arsenal take their territory and get to spin the wheel, this time picking up the ever-iconic Edgar Davids. Careful, Danny Aaron's, there's a new goggles boy in town.
Next up, we've got United, and they're going to be heading northeast to take on Bolton. Let's see how Adriano does in his first game for the Red Devils. It's the first bit of action, only 5 minutes in, Ronaldo is already running down the wing, he finds Van Nistelrooy. Can he find Adriano in the middle? He does. Adriano with a great pass over to Giggs. He scores. It's 1-0 to United already. It's not looking good for Bolton. We're at the point, it's only 18 minutes in, and Van Nistelrooy is already doing kick-ups. He finds Scholes, who finds Adriano, who powers it home with his left foot into the bottom left as he celebrates with his new teammates. But that's not enough for United. They're on the attack. Again, Van Nistelrooy with great link-up play with Adriano, who finds Ronaldo. He's got a chance to pass it to Giggs, who makes it 3-0 in 30 minutes. We're into the second half. It's only getting worse. Adriano with great link-up play with Ronaldo. It's 4-0, and I think it's night-night.
United take the territory of their neighbours and fulfilled the dream of Ferguson to bring Ronaldinho to Old Trafford and improve their already impressive attack.
Moving on, we have got Middlesbrough, and they're going to be heading southeast to take on Man City. The first bit of action is coming with Man City on the attack. We've got Nicholas Anelka with a great pass over to Robbie Fowler. He puts it away. He's going towards that line. Stay away, Robbie. I'm telling you. Wright Phillips is on the attack now. Middlesbrough are not looking very good at the back. Over to Anelka. It's 2-0. It's too easy for City, but Middlesbrough, they're not going to go down without a fight. We've got Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. What a player, by the way. Over to Zenden. There's space over across for the other player. But Zenden takes it by himself. It's 2-1. Game on. It's only 5 minutes later. Middlesbrough have got a corner. Zenden with a flick on to Rising. It's 2-2. We're only 20 minutes in, but it's already shaping up to be a great game. As we rejoin the game, City, as you can see, have had 70% of the possession in the last 30 minutes. They have been battering Middlesbrough, and Anelka scores to make it 3-2. But once again, Middlesbrough, it's the 72nd minute now. We didn't have any other action, and they forced a great save out of James. From the corner, we've got Reisiger swinging in, but it comes to Ray Parlour of all people. It's level. It's 3-3. Game back on. Middlesbrough showing why they need to be taken seriously, as we've got Mark Viduka of all people. Over to Reisiger, to Zenden, what a floor! But Boateng, he is in, and Middlesbrough look like they're probably going to win the game against City. Although, we've got City on the attack. It's the 83rd minute. It's Reina. He's running through, and Elka's in the middle, ready for the pass. Is he going to find him, or he's going to take him by himself? He passes it across, and Elka is 4-4. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to pens. We've got Deco, saved by Schwarzer. Nemeth saves as well. And believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, after these two goals, everybody missed, as you can see in the top left. But we've got Mills stepping up. Mark Schwarzer saves it. It's down to Parlour to win the game for Middlesbrough. And he's done it. Ladies and gentlemen, Ray Parlour has won it for Middlesbrough of all people as City get wiped off the map. And as you can tell from the shirt, I'm pretty happy about that.
And the wheel lands on Kaka. I guarantee you never expect to see Kaka in a Middlesbrough shirt at the start of this video. This time the wheel lands on Spurs, and they're heading south to take on West Brom.
The first bit of action comes with Defoe. Over to Pedro Mendes. He's got the chance to cross it in. Is he going to? No, to Defoe. To Carrick. He scores. What a goal. Spurs, they're not letting up. They're through on goal, but an absolute nasty challenge. Gives West Brom a red card. They're down to 10 minutes. A tough start, but they're not going to lie down in this game. Carnu with a good chance. And West Brom hit the rebound in. It's not going too well for Spurs, just like always, as we've got West Brom on the attack again. Greening over to Richardson. It's 2-1 just before half time. Who saw this coming? West Brom are on the attack again. We've got Chaplow, and it's 3-1. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how the game ended. Spurs are being Spurs, just like always, and they're bottling it.
After a classic Spursy performance, West Brom pick up Seedorf and go marching on. Villa are the team that are next up, and they're going to be heading west to take on their local rivals Birmingham. This is going to be spicy.
Unai Emery has also somehow time travelled to the past with me. Steve Bruce is there. It's a wild old time. We've got Darius Vassell starting things off for Aston Villa, and he forces a great save from Taylor in the goal. From the resulting corner, we've got Solano over to Vassell. Vassell, woohoo, it's another great save. Birmingham are sticking in this as we get Solano. It's another save. Can Engel hit it in? No, he can't. To Barry. Oh. Of all the players to hit it in, we've got Gareth Barry, who's giving it big to the Birmingham crowd. Look at that. I think he probably would have got glassed in real life. However, Birmingham are on the attack. It's a great header, a great save. There's one last bit of action. It's Aston Villa It's over to Angel. He's got one last chance to seal the game for them. And he does this, an absolute banger into the top corner.
Villa managed to clutch up, take out their rivals, take their territory, and pick up Del Piero from the wheel. The wheel's going to land on Southampton, and then head west to take on Portsmouth.
Pompey, remember we used to be a really good team, but we've got Crouch over to Lusso. What an absolute combo this is, with James Beattie forcing a great save out of the Pompey keeper. So we've got Luawa. There are some absolute bangers in here, and Portsmouth are going to take the lead 1-0. It's Mr. O'Neill. However, Southampton, they've got something in the pocket. They've got Rory Delap. Svensson. Down the space down the side. But it's gone in. Somehow it has gone in. The world's slowest shot has gone in, but Pompey are on the attack again. It's a power shot. Look at the speed of that. 0.08 expected goals, and he has absolutely spanked it into the goal. Southampton managed to defend the corner. Portsmouth caught lacking at the back. We've got Prutton running as fast as his little legs can take him, as Stefanovic misses the challenge. He's got the chance. He's got all the time in the world. Can he score? Of course he can. It's 2-2 as Portsmouth are bottling it. It looks like we've got Jamie Beattie over to Svensson. Crouch, the best dancer in the world, over to Jamie Redknapp. What an absolute link-up this is of the pundits, as Redknapp finds Crouch again. And it's an absolute screamer. We've seen some great goals in this game.
After a tricky game where Peter Crouch is the one that clutches up, Portsmouth are knocked off the map, and David Villa is taking a holiday to sunny Southampton.
Up next, we've got Newcastle, and they're going to be heading about south, obviously, to Liverpool. I know, like I said earlier, the map's not quite right, but there's one thing that is quite right, and it's Steven Gerrard scoring bangers. It's an absolute thunder strike into the top corner as Liverpool are buzzing. We've got Milan Baros in the attack for them. It's not quite the strike force that they've got now. Luis Garcia lines up shot, not quite there. Baros, has he got the composure to find somebody? He does. No, he doesn't. I know. It's a dodgy hit. It looks like Rafa Benitez has been on some sort of diet, because he looks very nice and skinny. But Baros is through again. He's got the chance to make it 3-0. It's unselfishly passed to Harry Kewell. It doesn't get any better for Newcastle as John Arisa comes into the box and Harry Kewell finishes it off, and Liverpool are through.
Once again, Newcastle are going to end up winning absolutely nothing as Liverpool wipe them off the map and pick up Francesco Totti. West Brom are going to be heading southeast and taking on Arsenal. This could get messy.
First action comes from West Brom as Zoltan Gera, he's got some nice link-up play with Seedorf. He cracks the shot off, but it doesn't really test Jens Lehmann. Coming about 10 minutes later, we've got Freddie Ljungberg running down the wing as he always does. He's absolutely barreling. No one thinks to tackle him, and Arsenal are 1-0 up against West Brom already. That's the only action that we saw pretty much all game, as we've got Edgar Davids linking up with Henry down the wing, as Henry manages to find him again. He's got a chance to pass it across, but greedily, he does take it on himself. He does score. And the Arsenal crowd are welcoming their new signing.
So what we thought was going to be a blowout, West Brom put up a good fight, but are wiped off the board, as Thuram, one of the best defenders ever, heads to Arsenal. They're getting a scary team.
We've got Villa, and they're going to be heading northeast to take on Blackburn, a team that we've not actually seen yet, and I can't really believe that we're seeing Del Piero and Darius Vassell linking up in a strike partnership. The first bit of action though, Blackburn have got the chance to get it out of their own box, but they mess it up. Del Piero links up with Angel straight away. It's a bit of a dodgy rebound, but Aston Villa are 1-0 up, and it's their new man scoring the goal. But Blackburn aren't one to give up easily. We've got Morgan Gans Pedersen over to Mr. Short, and he scores. It's 1-1. We've only just restarted from half-time, but Blackburn already making mistakes. We've got the famous Del Piero and Vassell link up. As Hitzelberger is running through the wing, he hits it across the Vassell, and it's 2-1. Now, it's only got 10 minutes left, but Blackburn, they're still in the search for an equaliser. We've got Short. He's got a chance. He twinkles past one. He throws to McKenna. And somehow, he scored to make it 2-2. The game would stay like that and head to penalties, as Blackburn have just scored their last one. Villa need to score this to stay in the game, and they do. Brad Guzan is immovable in the goal. Now all the pressure is on Sorensen. If he doesn't save this, they're out. And he doesn't. Blackburn are through, and they're going to get all of that territory in their first game. They're getting a spin on the wheel, and they're going to pick up R9.
Now that we're over halfway through, I think it's time to spice things up a little bit.
After each game now, the winning team will be able to steal the best player from the other team. So Del Piero is going to be heading over to Blackburn. I never thought I'd see R9 and Del Piero in a Blackburn shirt together. Now it's getting to the business end of the season. Middlesbrough are going to be heading west, taking on Blackburn. The first bit of action, though, is coming in the 57th minute. Stuart Downing finds Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. That is a link-up I never thought I'd be talking about in a FIFA video. and it's 1-0 to Middlesbrough. Blackburn, they're going to have to find something more to get back into the game. Pedersen, though, he's on the ball. He finds Del Piero. R9's in the middle. Del Piero over to R9. It is a fantastic team goal by Blackburn to make it 1-1. And there, you know, R9, knee slide in a Blackburn kit. It's a classic combo, really, isn't it? But the last bit of action will come in the 87th minute as Del Piero rises above everyone like an absolute salmon. He makes it 2-1, and it looks like Blackburn are going to win the game 2-1. Easy does it. I've never seen a man so hyped to score in such a small-time fixture.
Blackburn go marching on again and take over a huge portion of territory by beating Middlesbrough and pick up Ballack from the wheel and steal Kaká from Middlesbrough. All of a sudden, I think we've got a new title challenger here. But enough of that, we've got Fulham heading east to take on Chelsea.
But it's Fulham that are going to be signing us off, forcing a great save from Cech. Not much else has happened really. It's into the 30th minute as Chelsea have got a corner, headed away by Fulham, comes out to Cole, over to Lampard, to Zidane, to Robben, to Zidane, to Lampard, to Drogba. It's an absolutely fantastic goal as Chelsea go 1-0 above their local rivals. It's been a pretty quiet game. Chelsea have not had much going forward as we get into about the 80th minute as Kezman finds Zidane. Through to Zidane again. He's got the chance to make it 2-0 and say goodnight to Fulham. And that's exactly what he does, as he hugs Mourinho and Paulo Freire. It's like sort of like a weird crossover event, this Imperialism, as Fulham are wiped off the map just as quickly as they joined it.
After a comfortable game for Chelsea, they managed to get Juninho from the wheel and steal Van der Sar from Fulham.
Don't forget, this is before Van der Sar went to United, so Chelsea are picking up a new keeper to upgrade on Cech. Only 6 teams remain, as it's going to be Blackburn, and they're going to be heading just to the west, taking on Man United. It's probably the biggest game that we've had so far, as Blackburn have probably got one of the best attacks in world football. Ronaldo, Del Piero, Kaká, Morgan Gamps Pedersen. But despite all that attacking talent on both teams, it's 0-0 at the break. There was absolutely nothing happening in that first half. And it's the 47th minute though, so they're not wasting around. We've got Adriano on the ball, over to Ronaldinho, Van Nistelrooy. He finds Adriano. Ronaldo's on a run through the middle. Can Adriano find him? He can. And Ronaldo slots it away, as we see probably the most iconic celebration together. We see him and Gary Neville doing the Sue. But Blackburn, they don't care about Gary Neville doing the Sue. They've got R9. He finds Ballack over to McCleverley. There's space for Emerson on the left-hand side. Can he find someone? McCleverley through to Del Piero. Oh, it's very, very messy football. Blackburn, they might have all the stars in the attack, but they're not quite linking up. As United, they've got Van Nistelrooy. He finds Adriano to Ronaldinho. Can he finish the game off? He can. It's 2-0. It's 2-0. And Ronaldinho in front of the Old Trafford crowd. What might have been if he joined all those years ago when Fergie wanted him.
Just as quickly as Blackburn becoming a big contender, they've been knocked out. And this United super team only grows stronger as David Beckham returns to the club and they steal Ballack. Their attack is that stacked, they just don't even need R9. Now onto the biggest game of the tournament so far, it's United versus Arsenal. Will they regret not taking R9?
As the two teams head out onto the pitch, I think it's going to be an absolutely crazy game between these two amazing sides. I mean, just look at the attack that United have got now. As we're going to be starting off with Gabriel Heinze. He sees Adriano in the middle, he attempts to get it over to him, but he finds Ronaldinho instead. Back to Heinze. Over to Ronaldinho, and he almost makes it 1-0 as he just misses. And Arsenal are thanking their lucky stars he hit the post. But this time, Van Nistelrooy, it bounces back to him. Is he going to score this time? He doesn't make a second mistake, just like Ronaldinho did. But Arsenal aren't going to give up anytime soon. They've got Dennis Bergkamp heading down the wing. He finds Thierry Henry. Henry with a shot. And Tim Howard with a good quick save. But however, it's United that are on the counter-attack. We've got Gary Neville barreling down the wing, a sentence I never thought I'd say. Finding Van Nistelrooy, and they've hit the post again. But this time, Arsenal are on the attack. We've got Henry to Ljungberg, who's probably been their best player so far, to Davids, who's found Bergkamp. There's so much space to run into now. Can he finish it? Can he make it 1-1? Of course he can. It's a cold finish from the Dutchman. As we've got Ferdinand finding Beckham with a great pass to Ronaldinho to Scholes. Just a fantastic bit of link-up play between the three men. As Scholes, he doesn't even know what to do. I think he's sort of nail-biting excitement as he celebrates with his new teammates. Arsenal once again, they're trying to counter, but this time United start the counter early. Adriano's on the ball. He finds Van Nistelrooy. Arsenal are throwing so many people forward. There's so much space in the middle for Adriano. Adriano to make it 3, and he does. It's 3-1 to United in a game that I thought Arsenal were going to have so much more. They seem to have just sort of rolled over as Ronaldo finds Van Nistelrooy again to Ronaldinho. It's 4-1. It's dancing time for Ronaldinho in front of the travelling fans as Arsenal are wiped off the map and seemingly there's this unstoppable United side as they pick up Jaap Stam. It's sort of, once again, a poetic reunion as Jaap Stam joins the team and Ashley Cole is picked up from Arsenal.
We're on to the final four now. It's crunch time as Southampton take on Chelsea. You almost feel sorry for them.
I'd waste everyone's time if I forced us to watch this entire game. Chelsea absolutely battered Southampton. There was absolutely no mercy shown to them as they won 5-0. They picked up Samuel Eto'o, sort of seeing into the future perhaps a little bit there. And also, David Villa joined the team. Now to see who's going to be lining up in the semi-final, we have got United, and they headed south to take on Chelsea. I think now this is probably the biggest game that we've had, and whoever wins this, I'm pretty sure is going to win the final. That's what I think anyway.
But with football imperialism, you never know.
It's going to be a big game. Let's see whether Eto'o can do the business for his new club. As the teams walk out, it's Chelsea, they're on the attack first. Robben is on the ball, he twinkles past Neville, over to Cole, and it's a weak header as Tim Howard saves it pretty comfortably. As Beckham finds his future teammate in Ronaldinho down on the wing, Ronaldinho, he twinkles through. Paulo Ferreira's not got a chance. It's through to Van Nistelrooy. Ronaldo's in the middle. He makes it 1-0. He's scored already, and I can't believe that Chelsea just looked so easy to play against there as Ronaldo is running down the wing again. It's only the 29th minute and he forces a corner. From the corner, we've got Ronaldo swinging it in. Adriano's there. No. It's out to Scholes. Scholes maybe thinking about taking a shot. No, he finds Ronaldinho. He finds Adriano. There is the infamous 99 shot power Adriano that we all know and love. It's 2-0 to United, only 30 minutes in. But just before the stroke of half-time, Eto'o finds a great pass through to Robben, completely takes Neville out of the game. Robben finds Cole in the middle, forces a great save by Tim Howard, but Paulo Ferreira hits in the rebound. And we're into the second half now. It's the 62nd minute as Duff finds Samuel Eto'o. There's a chance to cross it in here if he wants to. He finds Duff again to Cole. It's a dodgy rebound, and Chelsea are level. It's 2-2. A Chelsea team that looked like they couldn't be bothered on the biggest game of the season. All of a sudden turning up when it matters. As we're into the 77th minute, and Chelsea, they're on the attack again. As Robben, he's had Neville on toast this game, finds Eto'o, and it's 3-2. There's been an absolute shift in this game, as Chelsea look like they're probably going to be the ones that win it. Tim Howard is in despair. Fergie, he can't even give them the hairdryer because it's been half-time already, but Michael Ballack is going to be coming on for Paul Scholes to see if he can change the game. We're into the 92nd minute now, only got 2 minutes remaining. Ballack with a great block over to Ronaldo. Ballack finds Van Nistelrooy, and Van Nistelrooy absolutely releases one. I can't believe it. It's 3-3. The Chelsea players are in absolute disarray. They thought they were through to the final. They thought they had it right there. John Terry doesn't even know that in 4 years he's going to slip and fail once again as this game goes to penalties as well. It's neck and neck so far in the penalty shootout as Joe Cole steps up and Tim Howard with an absolute huge save. It's down to Van Sar to save Adriano's penalty. And he doesn't. Adriano has won the game for United. Ferguson is absolutely buzzing in the tracksuit. It's unbelievable as United pull off the greatest comeback I think we've seen all video.
United managed to clutch up when it matters and go marching on towards the final as they finally pick up Schneider after years of rumours, and Van der Sar comes back to his rightful home. It's final time, baby, and we're giving Liverpool the last two players on the wheel, Lucio and Nedved. Will they be able to help Liverpool win some silverware? Let's see.
United are going to be facing up against Liverpool at Wembley Stadium. It's the biggest game of the year. Wembley looks absolutely amazing. The first bit of action is going to come from Liverpool as Risa finds Totti to Gerrard. He's got a great chance, and Van der Sar proving why he's one of the best keepers in United history by saving them already. But Ferdinand with a miss kick to Risa, and it's another save. It's straight at him. Liverpool have had two great opportunities. They probably should have been 2-0 up. Van Nistelrooy, though, is on the attack. He's been probably one of United's most consistent players as Keane finds Ronaldinho. It's a great save by Dudek. From the resulting corner, United go short as Ronaldinho forces another fantastic save by Jerzy Dudek. The pressure is on. Ronaldo, he finds Scholes, he finds Van Nistelrooy. It's another save by Dudek. How long can they keep on doing this? It's the 30th minute now. Scholes finds Ronaldo, who finds Van Nistelrooy. Adriano, he's got Carragher on absolute toast. He hits it, and it's another save by Dudek. I think he had longer than he thought there. It's another corner. The pressure is ramping up on Liverpool. Surely they're going to crack soon. Ronaldinho, he's feeling skillful as he ball rolls past one. Ball rolls past another. He got a chance. Dudek with a fantastic save. Liverpool are trying to clear the ball. It's going to come out to Ronaldo with a wonderful little flick over Reese's head. Ronaldo. Van Nistelrooy is right there. He finds Van Nistelrooy, who finds Ronaldinho. Can he pass it across? He does. Adriano. What an attack this is. Probably the best attack in the history of football, I'm going to say, as United go 1-0 up in the final. But it's the 45th minute. If Liverpool can get one now, the game is absolutely back on as Kuhl finds Nedved. He's got a golden opportunity, but it hits the post. It's out to Reece. Can he cross it back in? No. Neville with a crucial block keeps it at 1-0. Into the second half now, though, and Liverpool are starting where they ended the last half as Totti is on the attack. He twinkles by Ferdinand. Van der Sar almost spills it, but manages to just keep a hold of it. Liverpool are on the attack. They can see that United are feeling the pressure. Nedved over to Totti. He finds Kuhl, who finds Reece. Surely this is the one. It's 1-1. Liverpool are level. We're into the 60th minute now. Neither team has really found another great opportunity until now. Ronaldo finds Van Nistelrooy, finds Adriano. Ronaldinho's free in the middle, but it's good keeping by Liverpool. But oh my days, what the hell? For all the work that Jerzy Dudek has done this game, keeping Liverpool in it, he absolutely fails to make a simple pass. Van Nistelrooy scores to make it 2-1 in the 60th minute. Rafa Benitez cannot believe what he's seeing of his team. And it's only about 10 minutes later, as Ashley Cole's running up the wing, he finds Adriano, who finds Van Nistelrooy, and it is 3-1. Just like that, Liverpool, as quickly as they got back into the game, they're out of it. And it looks like United are going to be the ones that win, as Adriano finishes it off with a plum. It makes it 4-1. History is rewritten, as instead of Chelsea winning the league, United win it instead. And if you like this video, you'll probably like this one too, where we put up the 16 of the best teams of all time up against each other.